Shalom, shalom. Out here again. We're live. Just want to make sure everything is working. With this timer. Okay, it seems to be working. For some reason the timer's not on. But okay, let's go ahead forward. This is Deuteronomy 10 and verse 15. It says, "Only Yahweh had a delight in thy fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them, even you above all people, as it is this day." So we know that the Most High chose the Israelites above all people. But amongst the Israelites, there is a chosen. Okay, you have the chosen amongst the nations, and then amongst them, you have another chosen. "Circumcise therefore the foreskin of your heart, and be no more stiff-necked. For Yahweh your power is the Most High. The power is the power of mighty, and a terrible, which regardeth not persons, nor taketh reward. He doth execute the judgment of the fatherless and widow, and loveth the stranger, in giving him food and raiment." Now, we know that stranger's talking about an Israelite foreigner, but when it comes to circumcising your heart, that's what the Most High is looking for. That's why it says the sacrifice of the Most High is a broken heart and a contrite spirit. It's about your spirit first and foremost. That's what the Most High is dealing with. Just because you're a physical Israelite and you're physically circumcised, that doesn't mean much. The fact that you are circumcised in the heart and that you're in the right spirit, that means a lot. That's why the scripture says that obedience is better than sacrifice. He didn't put the sacrifice there for you to just continue to do wickedness and not want to improve and learn from your mistakes. He put that there to give you a grace period to learn to do better. This is Romans 2 and verse 25. And it reads, "For circumcision verily profiteth, if thou keep the law. But if thou be a breaker of the law, thy circumcision is made uncircumcision." And guess what? We all broke the law. All of us break the law all the time because we're not perfect. Therefore, what is circumcision? Okay, it's nothing to boast in. You got Israelite groups boasting that they keep the laws, they keep the commandments, and then they're getting lineups, which is a simple thing not to do. It says, "Therefore, if the uncircumcision keep the righteousness of the law, shall not his uncircumcision be counted for circumcision?" Right. If those that are uncircumcised keep the righteousness of the law, shall not his uncircumcision be counted for circumcision? And shall not uncircumcision, which is by nature, if it fulfilled the law, judge thee, who by the letter and circumcision does transgress the law. For he is not a Jew, which is one outwardly, neither is that circumcision which is outward in the flesh, but he is a Jew, which is one inwardly. And circumcision is that of the heart, in the spirit, and not in the letter, whose praise is not of men, but of the Most High. So it's not about being a physical Israelite. You guys, oh, we go to camps, need to get together. Listen, man. All the camps are not circumcised in the heart. All the camps are not Israelites inwardly, but outwardly they are. You see? And there's a difference. We're not getting together with Israelites that are of the flesh, that are of the world. We're getting together with Israelites that are of the spirit. Israelites that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is dealing with. If Yahweh Shem Yahushai is not dealing with them, why would we get together with them? Don't you know that the scriptures say, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished? Why would we want to be hand in hand with somebody who's teaching that you don't worship Yahushai? Who's teaching that Edomites can make it? Who's teaching that the mark is sleeping with Edomite women? These are all damnable heresies, man. And those are doctrines of the wicked. Why would we get together with that? Not every Israelite is an Israelite. Not just because they have a garment on and because their bloodline actually goes back to the nation of Israel means that they're Israelites. Okay? Yes, they're Israelites physically, but it's more important to be an Israelite spiritually. But a prerequisite to that is you have to be a physical Israelite. But to be a spiritual Israelite is what makes the Most High accept you. Let me get Jeremiah 2 and verse 21. This is Jeremiah 2 and verse 21. And it reads, start at verse 20. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou sayest, I will not transgress, when upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest playing the harlot. Speaking to the Israelites, okay? Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, holy, a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? All right, you have to understand, these Israelites have turned into strange vines. They've turned into spiritual heathens. You see? This is why we don't deal with all of Israel. We're not here to deliver. We're not here to preach to all of Israel or to wake up all of Israel. We're here to wake up the elect, the ones who are turning from their ways to be actual spiritual Israelites, to circumcise their hearts. Okay? But you got a lot of Israelites out there that are just like heathens, man. You know, there's certain Israelite groups that teach it's lawful to get tattoos. Are we supposed to get together with them because they say they're Israelites, man? That's heathenistic, man. This is Hosea 1 and verse 9. And it reads, Then said the Most High, and this is when Hosea was, when the Most High told him to get a harlot, and he had children with the harlot, and he named the children, names that represented what he was going to do and what he felt about Israel at the time. As a matter of fact, his back is still kind of turned to us, but he's kind of turning over to look towards the men that are actually dealing with the men that are going through Yahushua. Okay? It says, Then said the Most High, Call his name Lo Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your power. So guess what? The ones who are not going through the straight gate, who are not worshiping Yahushua, who are not going through that door like they're supposed to be going through the door, the Most High still feels this way about them. He's still looking at them as if they are not his people. Okay? He's still looking at them as if they're not his people. So that's why we say what we say when we say that not every Israelite is an Israelite. And the Apostle Gabar had a good point, right? Because we have to remember also that when you read, well, matter of fact, let me go there now. Let's go there now. When you read Revelations 2 and verse 9, that's really speaking to Israelites. We tie it to Amalek. That's really speaking to Israelites. This is Revelations 2 and verse 9, and it reads, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews, say they're Israelites, and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan, man. You see? A lot of these people out here that are calling themselves Israelites, that are wearing t-shirt garments, are the synagogue of Satan, man. They're really dealing with Satan. All right? That's why when you tell them the truth and you break it down to them, they get all in their emotions like a woman. Because they don't care about what the truth is. They care about how they look. They care about the praise of men. They care about the world. And then it goes on to say, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, and ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. But be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And that's the elect. The elect is going to be faithful unto death. And then Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to give them a crown of life. Okay? Well, specifically, Yahushua is going to be putting those crowns on their head. You see? So the elect is going to be faithful unto death. But the 2/3, right, are going to be burnt up like stubble, like hay, and like wood. While the 2/3 is going to be like gold and silver. They're going to be refined through the tribulation. And the more tribulation that's going to come upon them, we're not going to fall out the truth. We're going to fall more into the truth. We're going to hone more in. We're going to cleave unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua. See? Zechariah 13 verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd shall be left therein. And I will bring the 3rd part through the fire. and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. Okay? The third part is the one he's going to call his people. The third part is the ones that are going to make it through the fire. You see? Not the whole nation. So why do we need to get together with people who ain't going to make it anyway? We're going to get together with dudes who are not going to make it. Why? Why would we do that? For what reason? So we can mix and mingle doctrines? That's called confusion. This is Galatians 6:16, and it reads, and as many as walk according to this rule, peace be unto them. Maybe I should. No, I'll start there. No, actually, I'll start at 15. It says, "For in Hamashiach neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision, but a new creature." It doesn't matter about how much you keep the law, how well you do the Passover and all this. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you are a new creature, that you are circumcised in the heart. That's why he told Nicodemus that a man would have to be born again. That's the most important part. So you can actually become a spiritual Israelite. And as many as, and these guys have not left the world. That's why they're doing drill music and trying to tie it with the truth. Going to the club with strippers, all right, and recording it as if that's supposed to be for edification. Because they're trying to mix the world with the truth. And as many as walk according to this rule, peace be unto them, peace be on them, in mercy, and upon the Israel of the Most High. Okay? Upon the Israel of the Most High. Let's get Romans 9 and verse 6. Romans 9 and 6. And it reads, "Not as though the word of the Most High have taken none effect." Matter of fact, let's go up a bit more. "Whose are the fathers of, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came, who is over all, the Most High blessed forever. Amen. Not as though the word of the Most High had taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel." You see, so what does that mean? These guys talking about, oh, you got to love all Israelites and get together with all Israelites. Well, what does that mean? They're not all Israel, which are of Israel. That means just because they're Israelites by blood does not mean that they're spiritual Israelites. Because the true spiritual Israel in this time is the elect. The Most High is going to deliver Israel. He is going to deliver Israel. He's going to deliver the Israel of the Most High. He's not coming to deliver the 2/3, man. Those are the ones he's going to say, "I never knew you." You see? Okay? Those that are found written in the book. That's the spiritual Israel. Hebrews 4 and verse 2. It says, "For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it." Okay? So even though the words of the Most High, even though the scriptures and the truth is being preached unto them, it's not profiting them like it's profiting the elect, because they're just not meant to get it. All right? The Most High is not dealing with them. The Most High is not dealing with all Israelites. He's dealing with the Israel of the Most High, which is the true Israelites, which are the first fruits. Okay? We are the main, Lord willing, I be of that number. The Israelites of the Most High are the main characters of this story. Okay? Under Yahushua. We are the main thing. The other Israelites, the 2/3 Israelites, they're really more like a side, all right, or an entree. Get Ezekiel 39. Okay, because the Most High turned his back on the Israelites, and he says back is still turned to 2/3 of the nation of Israel. This is Ezekiel 39 and 22. It says, "So the house of Israel shall know that I am Yahweh their power from that day and forward. And the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword, according to the uncleanness and according to their transgressions have I done unto them, and hid my face." And the only one he's not hiding his face to anymore, turning back to, is the ones that are becoming new creatures. The ones that have became new creatures. The ones that are pity-patting in the world, they're half new creatures, half old creatures. He's not dealing with them. All right? He's not dealing with them. He's dealing with the Israel of the Most High. With that, hopefully that was edifying. I'll say shalom.